way. That is, if we, on the left column, looked at the cells that this individual is born with, we don't see any mutation present in the cells. And so we call the situation where cancer develops in a person who didn't inherit a tendency to develop cancer on a genetic basis sporadic cancers. And here we see just a different version of the same slide we just looked at, which is a first mutation occurs for some reason, and then that cell reproduces itself, and eventually if a second, third, and even fourth mutation occur within that population of cells, then we see a tumor and a cancer, and maybe even a metastatic cancer if treatment doesn't occur. So this is a process for sporadic cancer development. Now on the next slide we see the differences when an individual has a hereditary predisposition to develop cancer. And what you see is that this individual has inherited in the first cell that made that human being, and then because it was in the first cell, in all the cells that make up that human being, they've got this first mutation that was inherited in all of their cells. So it makes sense when we think about a person who inherits a mutation that predisposes them to developing cancer, that first of all their likelihood of developing cancer is higher than the average person. In fact, they have the first mutation already present in all of their cells at the time of birth. Now, they don't have cancer at birth. It takes time for additional mutations to accumulate, but it also makes sense that they might develop cancer at a younger age than a person who doesn't inherit a mutation that predisposes to cancer. It makes sense that they might develop more than one cancer, again because all of their cells have that first hit, that first mutation. And it also makes sense that if the mutation is present in all of their cells, they may pass this down in the same way that they inherited it, because they're going to pass on their